So we just did Jeopardy, and around this time last year we did To Tell the Truth. Both of these shows have something in common, and that is that they were hosted by Alex Trebek during the 1990-1991 TV season. But now, it's about time we get to the third Alex Trebek game show that he hosted in the 1990-1991 TV season, and it's in the running for one of the best revivals in game show history. I'm of course talking about Classic Concentration.
Behind these numbers is a puzzle. Can you solve it? Roar plus ink. Roar ink. Twin plus T's. Twin T's. Roaring 20s. If you could do that, you could win a brand new car as we play Classic Concentration. And here's the host of Concentration, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Gene. Hi, everyone, and welcome again to our show.
Say what you will about Mark Goodson Productions in the 80s and how most of their shows from the last half of that decade were revivals. However, a lot of those revivals are remembered just as fondly, if not even more so, than the originals. One of the biggest revivals they did was a revival of their revival of Concentration dubbed Classic Concentration. Debuting on May 4th, 1987, replacing another Goodson revival in Blockbusters, Classic Concentration was brought to life after a failed 1985 pilot hosted by Orson Bean. Classic Concentration went back to what worked and made it big in a really stacked game show lineup on NBC. Hosted by the main man himself, Alex Trebek, two contestants try to make matches in order to solve a rebus puzzle to win prizes and go for a brand new car. While I admit to not being a fan of the first revival of Concentration done by Goodson-Todman, this revival washed all of the bad taste that version left in my mouth out. So, spoiler alert, this is going to be a very positive review. Format-wise, we're going to talk about the formats used from January 1990 up until the show's cancellation in September of 1991. And there were two constants, and one of them was the sweet mustache on Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek was good on Jeopardy, but I enjoyed him the most on Classic Concentration. I enjoy a loose and fun Trebek that was on high rollers in this show more than any other iteration of Trebek. Although he was looser, he was still in control of the game. I just loved how he would enjoy the day that was being celebrated, such as Halloween or the pre-Cinco de Mayo show.
Only yourself.
Alongside Alex was the model at that time, Marjorie Goodson-Cutt. Yes, she is the daughter of Mark Goodson, and no, nepotism wasn't at play. If it was pure nepotism, she'd be bad at her job. Instead, she's really good at her job, so it's a budget-saving measure. She gives it her all when it comes to modeling the prizes. Unlike her predecessor, Diana Taylor, she looks like she's having fun and playing off what she's given to work with. So if the host and hostess being great, and Gene Wood, the announcer, being great, what about the format? Well, they took the classic format of Concentration and just took out one row of 5, so you have a 25-panel board. All they have to do is match prizes and reveal parts of the puzzle behind them. Make a match or retain control and try to solve the puzzle. Don't, and you lose control. The first person to solve the puzzle wins the game and all the prizes they obtained. Now, instead of the prizes, there was special stuff up on the board, such as the cash pot, which was a growing jackpot which started at $500 and grew $100 a day. This would normally be played during the second game of the show. Also up on the board was 5 bonus car seconds that would add 5 seconds to the clock in the bonus game. All of the new stuff were welcome additions and didn't ruin the experience for me at all, unlike certain stuff in the previous version. During 1990, 2 different formats were used. In the first part of the year, it was a best 2 out of 3 game match, where the first person to solve 2 puzzles wins the game and goes for the car. They played 2 normal games, and the third game was played where pieces of the board were removed until they revealed the puzzle. First person that buzzed in with the correct answer wins the match. Later on, the show re-implemented a 2 strikes rule where each win nets you a shot at the car, but losing 2 games means you said goodbye. I kind of prefer the best 2 out of 3 format more. I guess it feels more complete to me, even though both formats are fantastic. The bonus game never changed over the course of the show. A board of 15 numbered squares was shown with 7 possible car matches and 1 extra car to throw off the contestant. The goal is to match 7 cars and the contestant wins the last car matched. The base time is 30 seconds but goes up by 5 seconds for each time a car isn't won. I always loved this bonus game as it's quick pace, and I thought it was a better use of a bonus game than the Jack Nars version's double play game. Originally, the clock was for everyone, but when they changed back to the 2 strikes rule, each player had their own bank So in certain episodes, somebody would go for a car in 45 seconds would miss, lose the next game, and the new champ would play with just a 35-second base time bank, pending if they didn't get the bonus car seconds. I find this rule as it gives everyone a good shot at winning the car, pending if they win at least 2 to 3 games. Another thing the show got right was how they did their Tournament of Champions. In certain intervals starting in 1989, 10 of the show's past contestants who won the car in the fastest amount of time would play 2 games to see who could win the car in the fastest amount of time. While the front game prizes weren't changed from the normal episodes, the cars did get a boost. Instead of cars ranging from around 6,000 to 10,000, they were in the range of 10,000 to 17,000. The champion who wins a car in the fastest time keeps the car and gets a bonus of $10,000 in cash. This is a tournament format that I could really get behind since you have a clear-cut winner and they win the big prize at the end. This isn't like bad tournament formats like Trump Card and Dynamite where they have a tournament but they don't give away the big money at all. While the tournaments in the show was great, the times they were changing. On September 20th, 1991, Classic Concentration would be canceled alongside the just returned Daytime Wheel of Fortune. Unlike Daytime Wheel, which was removed from the schedule, NBC let Classic Concentration rerun for over 2 years until the end of 1993, when they gave the 10:30 a.m. time slot back to the affiliates. I honestly never did get that. Classic Concentration wasn't budget-breaking at all and still could have made newer episodes. If Alex was getting burned out from doing 3 shows during the first half of 1991, you could have passed the torch to someone like Ross Shaver or Vicki Lawrence. But alas, things weren't meant to be. Anyways, I'm just ranting here. Classic Concentration is fantastic, and tons of episodes are on YouTube, so I highly recommend checking them out. Well, this wraps up the saga of Alex. We did Jeopardy, we did Classic Concentration, and we did To Tell the Truth. So what next? Well, we're going to finish up all of the NBC daytime game shows around this time, and we're starting off with Let's Make a Deal. Is it a big deal of a show, or is it just one big old zonk? You'll have to find out till next time. Until then, bye-bye!